Dead Space 3. I know I already put up a video about the infinite resources and items, but I figured out a better way to maximize the productivity, I guess you could say, of it while you're trying to gather tungsten or other resources. So I'm going to show you in this video what I do, and it seems to work quite well. Right now we're standing here at the bench in the room where you get the Arctic snowsuit or whatever. Buckle's over there, he's dead. So we want to head out here, and you can do this anytime up until you get the snowsuit or after you get it, but before you go over there and go past the point where you needed a snowsuit to begin with to go. So we want to go to the right, head over here, and basically what I'm going to be doing is putting down 2 scavenger bots and then going to collect resources, looking for tungsten, trying to spawn tungsten, and then once the scavenger bots have completed what they're doing and go back to the bench, then we stop and then save and quit and come back and do the same thing over again. So you put a scavenger bot right here. And I already completed the game, that's why I have 3 scavenger bots, but you only have 2 at this point. So after we do that, we want to head back to the shack where the items respawn. And on the way, we'll drop off another scavenger bot. So you want to head over to here. This is a big circle thing, and you'll hear the beeping. And you set it down right there. This weapon works quite well. It's a telemetry spike with a diffraction torus and a plasma core with a diffraction torus. So if guys get close to you, you can do that and knock them away. So here we are at the second shack. Well, the first shack if you're coming from that way. It's right by the supply. Well, it's close to the supply depot. So what you want to do is stand here, open this door, see an item will spawn, and you just keep doing this over and over again until you see tungsten. And hopefully I can get some tungsten to spawn in so I can show you what it looks like. Basically it looks like, I think it's like 4 or 5 little bars in a row that'll be right there. And once there's tungsten that spawns in, you go in and grab all the items, come out and repeat the process, and until tungsten appears again. That's the way I found that it appears most often. I did a round of about 100, items. I, opened and closed the door about 100 times, and it seems to me that tungsten has like about a 3 or 4% drop rate when you do, 100. When you spawn 100 items, or even 50 items, it's still about the same spawn rate or percentage. But it seems to be higher if you wait until it appears and then go get it and then start over again. I don't know why, but... Or maybe it's just me, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't change the rate, but it seems like it does. Come on, tungsten. Anyway, you're going to be able to do this about 100, 120 times if you come directly here after putting down scavenger bots. And once you see the first scavenger bot is waiting at the bench, well, you can do it whenever. I mean, if you've got a good run and you're getting tungsten frequently, then you can keep doing it. But what I normally do is once the scavenger bots go back to the bench, I pick up all the items, or I wait until I get tungsten one last time, and then I pick up all the items, head back there, and save and quit, and it will, when you're around this area after you get the snowsuit, it'll spawn you right back at the where we started off, right in front of that that building. And then you can just repeat the process over and over again. It takes about a little less than 15 minutes if you do it quickly. And the bots normally give you a good amount of tungsten and other resources, so it really helps that you put them down in the correct spots. I'm getting very unlucky with tungsten right now. But I find this to work better than the way I was talking about in my previous video. Come on. It seems to... And when you can do it and get it down pat and do it smoothly, it just... It's really easy. I mean, not that it would be difficult to begin with, but come on. I just want to show you guys what tungsten looks like on the ground, so you'll know when to pick it up. Trust me, it normally works better than this. But sometimes you get a bad run. Like, I've gone and gotten tungsten after 30 tries, and then I'll spawn like 5 more items, and it'll be tungsten again. It's just... I say it's like 3 or 4%, but it really is random. Most I've ever gotten in a period of time when I put the scavenger bots down until they went back to the bench is about 6 or 8 tungsten. Well, 6 or 8 items. You know, that could be anywhere from 20 to 30 or whatever each, but... So I got like 6 or 8 of those, plus the tungsten and other resources that you get from the bots, plus the other resources you get from doing this, and the med packs. It doesn't take long to build up your resources. If tungsten will just appear. Come on. Like I said, sometimes you get a bad run, and it doesn't appear for a while, but normally it makes up for it afterwards, and it respawns it more quickly. This is ridiculous. It is boring and repetitive, but if you don't want to go and spend money with the microtransactions, this is a good way to gather resources. I found out recently, I didn't even know this till I was almost all the way through the game, that I always wondered what there it is. That's tungsten. You see like the little bars across? Alright, so you do that. And that's about it. And then you go out and repeat the process until tungsten spawns again. When the bots go back to the bench, you head back and save and quit and come back. And if you're around this area, hopefully you'll spawn right back at that building that we started from the beginning. In that case, it's really easy. It's not, you don't have to travel far distances or anything. And I believe once, like, if you do the optional missions like the supply depot and the armory, there's a tram that you can use. And I believe further on in the game, once you progress and you get to the armory or the other optional missions, you can go to that tram and come back to the supply depot and do this trick over and over again later in the game. I haven't tried doing that, but I know the tram's there, and I know you can come back to the supply depot. So in theory, you'd be able to do this, you know, later on in the game as well. So, yeah, I mean, that's what I wanted to show you guys. In my other video, I said I made 30 large med packs, and I only used 3 or 4 or 5 maybe throughout the whole entire game. I got a couple along the way, but I mean, the game gives you health and ammo. This is how much ammo I have. I didn't buy any ammo. This is at the end of one playthrough. I kept all those stasis packs. I didn't really use them, and then I sold the ones that I got. But yeah, that's about it. By the end of the game, I got like, my resources are ridiculous right now. And you know, you really don't have to do this, because later on in the game, when the game picks up, and as long as you put your bots down in the correct spots, you'll get enough resources to do what you need to do throughout the game. It just takes a while, and you know, the game starts off slow with resources, but it will pick up. So, I mean, you don't necessarily have to do this to max out your rig, or your you know, buy every single weapon or anything. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, or give me a comment, let me know what you think, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.